Welcome to Shadow's Edge. My name is Rosemary and I'm the producer of the game. Shadow's Edge has just been hit by a storm, much like our players have when they've been hit by their diagnosis or by a trauma. As you can see, the world is dark, dreary, and there's still a lot of stuff flying around all over the place. Your quest is to bring the world back to life, and you do that by finding the pages of a lost journal. Now, of course, I've already found a lot of pages, so they will show up in my backpack here, in my journal, and I can see all the pages that I found. The ones I haven't found yet are grayed out, so it's easy for me to keep track of my progress. If I show you one of these pages, you will see that there is questions on there. These questions are much like you would have them in therapy or talk through with people that are trying to help you emotionally. You can add to your pages or edit them anytime. And you can also just talk into it by using the recording tool of your phone. Wherever you journal, if you then also paint something, spray paint something, it'll show up in your journal as a picture as well. So it makes your journal look nice and colorful. When you walk through these worlds, you also will meet characters. They will reveal the story of Shadow's Edge and their story as they each deal with their own challenge. As you progress, they will also help you unlock new features, like for example a map. The map has 4 areas of the city. Everything in the city is a metaphor for going through something really bad in your life. So the characters will have their own story. The world will have a couple of phases, but also there's different areas in the world that represent what you might be going through. So central, for example, is the central role that a disease or trauma takes in your life. And you'll find questions there about doctor's visits, medication, and how those make you feel. Commercial is your outgoing self, so you'll find questions there about friends and family. Downtown represents your inner self. Questions in there are about your self-esteem, self-awareness. And park is your meditative self. This is where you find questions about how you deal with things and how you move through your ordeal. The world also has 3 phases, 3 levels that you have to unlock by progressing enough. So if you've found enough pages, you can move from this phase, which is called disruption. Disruption is a phase that you're in when your life has just got disrupted, right? By a storm in this case. You can move to disillusionment. Disillusionment is a phase where it feels like you've been in there forever. You might be starting to lose hope. You might be switching from hope to really wanting to give up. And you can see that everywhere in this world as well. It's now more gray. It's lighter, but and there's a lot of green in it, of course, as well. But it's a lot more dark and gray than it should be. And the character that you see popping up as well, her demeanor is now a little bit more down. That you'll see that in the dialogue and represented in everything that she says and does as well. If you find pages, you actually have an impact on the world. So it's not just that you write about yourself, but your work actually changes Shadow's Edge. Here I found a page, and now plants have started to grow. The weather has started to change. You can see a ray of sunlight. Scaffolding also started to show up. So the buildings are starting to repair themselves. Let me take you to one other area, and then you can also see that you can get up a lot higher in this area as well. So as you move here through downtown, for example, you will see that I've painted a lot already because, of course, I've been playing Shadow's Edge for a very long time. And all the paintings are all over the place. But you can get a lot higher up and you can see more. So it'll feel a little bit lighter than Disruption feels. In this phase, you also unlock this device we call Shadowgram. And Shadowgram allows you, like Instagram basically, to just take a picture of the world. So that's this device in your backpack. You can take a picture of where you are. You can position it differently. And if you're satisfied with it, you can click picture. You can tap some info with it, make a comment if you want, and then it'll show up in the feed. This is an in-game feature, so it's not going outside anywhere. This is just things that other players can see, so you can get inspired by other players' work, and you can also inspire them. I'm now just scrolling through some of the stuff that's been posted in the last couple of days. If you like something particularly, then you can also favorite it by clicking on the heart, and it'll show up in your favorites feed. All the favorites here are ones that I just wanted to keep because, of course, there's a lot being posted on it, and I don't want to lose those to a long feed in there. I can also see if other people liked stuff of mine here with the little man. I can see that people liked certain images. This takes a while to load now, so we'll just close that, and I'll take you to the last phase. For that, we'll have to go back to the elevator, and that's in Central, because only the elevator will get you through the next phase. So, of course, this one's also been unlocked already. And you can see that everything is now very much greener because you've had a large impact on the world already with drawing. So this is Discovery. This character is Pax, and Pax is a lot more optimistic and hopeful and really thinks that you're so close to getting the families back and bringing back life. So she'll obviously help you finalize those tasks. And let me take you to one of my favorite areas in town. That's Commercial. I like Commercial best because there's a lot of room to paint, and also you can get up quite high so you can see a lot of the city. As you can see, the rest of the world is now a lot greener. You can see further. The weather has changed. Everything feels and smells much more optimistic. Let me show you here on this wall how to paint. Obviously, it's not everybody can paint. I really can't, but you can just use your finger. You can draw anything pretty much with your finger, spray painting. If you want to vary and really do some small work, you can also use different brush strokes by just holding down the spray can and then sliding up or down. I personally really can't draw, so what I usually do is I pick a color, and there's more colors that over time that unlock, and I just use the stencils. Same thing here, they unlock over time, so the more you journal, the more effort you put in, the more you draw, the more you write, the more stencils you will get. And then you simply with your finger just spray them in. So with the combination of stencils, there's actually quite a lot that you can do, and most of the drawings in my world have been done with stencils. So you can see that there's quite a lot of cool stuff that you can make even just with stencils if you yourself really don't know how to draw that well. So see how easy that is? So now it's your turn. Come play Shadow's Edge with us and share your art on Shadowgram. Don't forget to check out our tutorials and videos on our Facebook, Insta, and on YouTube. Thank you for listening today.